So you have to wonder what in the world is going on at the Vatican these days. Pope Francis just declared that gender ideology is one of the most dangerous ideological colonizations. It's going to piss off the alphabet people. You watch. I mean, didn't he recently make peace with those people when he said that homosexuality isn't a crime? He seems to be on a seesaw relationship with them, I guess. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we are the antidote for the daily onslaught of radical woke Marxist propaganda. First off, let me just tell you that I was born and raised a Catholic. My parents sentenced me to 12 years of Catholic school. I'm no longer a Catholic, but I still respect their dogma for what it is. Now, remembering Mass, it reminds me of the best description I've ever heard, which came from Bill Burr. Say what I say when I say it, and we all go home. According to a recent interview with Nacion, or The Nation, an Argentine media outlet, Pope Francis said in an interview published on Friday that gender ideology is one of the most dangerous ideological colonizations today. And that ends the mystery. I thought that he was going to support it, and I'm really happy that he doesn't. I'm even happier that he gives a great explanation for why he doesn't support gender ideology. Folks, this is really big. Remember, Pope Francis was a South American Marxist who was placed in obscurity there, and he was brought out of that obscurity by Pope Benedict XVI, which was really weird because Benedict was conservative who believed in the dogmatic teachings of the church, but now it looks like Francis does as well. According to Francis, it is dangerous because it blurs differences and the value of men and women. The question of gender is diluting the differences and making the world the same, all dull, all alike, and that is contrary to the human vocation. Now, Francis denied allegations that he had been asked to create a document on gender, saying that he always distinguishes between what pastoral care is for people who have a different sexual orientation and what gender ideology is, adding that those who believe that radical gender ideology is the path of progress, according to this pope, are naive people. Now, what really warmed my heart with this Marxist pope is that Francis recently chastised the church for getting involved in political issues, saying that the gospel is not an ideology. And he went on to say something very profound. He said, the gospel is a proclamation that touches your heart and makes you change your heart. But if you take refuge in an idea, in an ideology, whether right or left or center, you are making the gospel a political party, an ideology, a club of people. Amen. Okay, folks, here's the thing. Societies everywhere form a culture. What are the first four letters of the word culture? A culture is made up of people who live within that culture, where they share common beliefs and understandings of how they live and behave within the culture. Every culture is perfect unto itself. And what I mean by that is, for example, Italian culture in Italy is distinctly different from American culture. Right now, Italian culture in America, the way they live in Italy, would be very confusing on a lot of things, and vice versa. Okay? Culture isn't necessarily defined by geographic area. For example, American culture is vastly different from Mexican culture, and they're just south of our border. Mexican culture is vastly different from Guatemalan culture or Colombian culture. What Pope Francis is pointing out is that gender ideology breaks down cultures around the world because all cultures believe in two biological sexes. Many languages distinctly use words based on the two genders. The Marxists want to destroy cultures that aren't Marxist in nature because they feel that they can build them back up again as Marxists. And one of the best ways to do that is to bring chaos to a culture. And in this instance, they have introduced the idea of gender ideology. Now, Francis was on to this. And one of the greatest weapons that the Marxists have to bring globalist fabricated culture around the world is the media. The media, when you think about it, has fabricated this culture about gender ideology, and they have fabricated a culture that societies are systemically racist. This is what Tucker Carlson has been doing with respect to the January 6 videos. He's been destroying the globalist media culture that is fabricated, in that He is showing that the very people, the very leaders who are the elitist, globalist Marxists who have told us one thing are being hit in the face with actual objective reality. And he is fighting back and saying, you are the liars and here is the truth. Now, whether you agree with what he is saying and doing or not, I'm telling you that is the argument of the day. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to support the channel, visit rpwmedia.com and share our stories, share our videos. Give this video a like, tell us what you think in the comments, and subscribe if you haven't already. We will see you in the next one.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars, crashing in my car.